My name is Heather Mackey. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and I wanted to take a moment today to acknowledge Juneteenth. I very much align with the Dalai Lama. I think that the Dalai Lama is a remarkable entity, has profound things to say and to share and to awaken and shake in the fabric of humanity. And one of the greatest things that he connects to is that his religion is compassion. His focus is compassion. His philosophy is compassion. And it is a really vital time to have compassion when you look at a group of people that have been oppressed for 500 years. That oppression and that experience that they were offered from generation to generation to generation, handed down in the DNA, in the RNA, in the wisdom of their bodies from person to person, and all the toxicity that goes along with slavery, or the concept that you could ever own a human. I don't even align with the concept that I own my animals. I don't own them. They're free like me. I'm their steward. I'm the steward of my animals. I'm the steward of any plants that I care for. They are free and liberated as any living entity should be. So when we are talking about 500 years of voices not being heard, not being honored equally. I was watching Michael Che, comedian, love comedy, love to laugh, love to lift the heart and get out of the, crappy negative attitude that's so abundantly available as an option. Because there's also this other side of the coin called giggle, laugh, love my life, I'm blessed, I'm blissing out, And so I love to make choices that lead me into that path of joy. Michael Che, very funny comedian, was just talking about, gay rights, which is another major issue, the trans community feeling safe going into restrooms, going into places, being able to try on clothes and their preferred pronoun and preferred pronoun usage, preferred gender usage as far as bathrooms, as far as dressing rooms, and to be able to do that safely. And they're actually asking for safety, and the society's like, I don't feel safe. But they're like, no, I'm asking, can I safely go to the bathroom or go change my clothes in the correct place without you being unsafe with me? And so it's like weird how society flips stuff when the trans community in so many places is not safe to go to the restroom. So we have all these issues that are present in our society where certain people are being oppressed or they're not being heard. And I just want to say it's okay to have compassion, to give your brethren time to gnash their teeth and shake their fists and get mad and cry and feel pain. Feel pain. What you have is, I believe, a generation of humans that are healing old story, old trauma. Everyone's ready to walk more towards the light, more towards the love, more towards union, communion, community, blessed, blissed, happy. Everyone wants to head that direction. And in order to do that, the pendulum swings. You can't swing up into like hundreds of years of trauma and misuse of powers that people just took, and then just immediately swing into like, kumbaya, my lord, and let's all gather around the campfire. A great teacher taught me this because I have Aquarius midheaven, so I'm not going to get into a long astrology talk, but my movement and impetus in life is for like harmony, unification. Of course, we're all one. It's all emptiness. It's a unified field of lifing, and never was separate, couldn't be separate. And Aquarius is also very futuristic. So let's get to the future. Let's go. Let's be loving. Let's be kind. Let's be accepting. Let's be open. Let's progress. Let's be intelligent. Let's read some books. And that can have a quality of not honoring the need that people have to grieve and to feel the pain. And you have really brave souls right now that are feeling the pain of Black Lives Matter, such a simple statement, as Michael Che said, trans and gay, lesbian, all the HRC equality, gay, trans, bi, questioning, intersex, whatever the identification is. They're asking for equal rights. They say, can we have equal rights? And Black Lives Matter is just saying, can we just matter? Can we just start with mattering? We're asking for civil rights. Can we just matter? Can you recognize that we matter as a part of society? And can you just be civil? Can you start with just civility? Not even equal, just be civil. Just be a being that has civility within its essence to offer another. So it is Juneteenth. If you don't know, in the state of Texas, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed and slaves were freed, and it took years. Okay, I mean, we can ride a horse in like a fortnight, 2 weeks, you're there. It took years for Texas to get the memo and emancipate the slaves, and they had to come down and say, like, you're free, brothers. You can. And they're like, what? We've been free for years, So it just goes to show you how slowly things can evolve. They are evolving, and I want to place my whole attention on the evolution, the unification, and be ever reverent and very compassionate and very respectful that everyone has a right to their grieving period. So today on Juneteenth, I want to talk also about the liberation of those that are oppressed and are imprisoned. I remember studying Falun Gong, which is similar to Tai Chi practice in China when I was in college many moons ago. People that practice Falun Gong, which is just like movement of energy, was outlawed in China, and so they were being pulled into these camps and severely tortured. So I want to talk about the concept of oppressing, enslaving, on the border, having anyone in cages or, encampments, whatever fancy words that they want to make it sound pretty with, to just hold a high idea for everyone getting liberated, for people being respected and honored and revered. And if there's any human trafficking going on, which, yes, there is. Sex trafficking, yes, there is. Child trafficking, for sex trafficking, yes, there is. If there's any of that going on anywhere in the cosmos, if we can all just hold a really bright, golden, great idea in heart and mind and send light to those corners of the globe, that if there is anyone anywhere in the U.S. borders that needs sanctuary here, that they get a home and they get sanctuary and they get taken out of cages, they get unified with families. If there's anyone in a human trafficking, sex trafficking situation, that a light is shown and that now gets exposed, and we start to see news articles about these sex rings and these human rings being broken apart and people getting liberated and reunified with their families, and allowing compassionately for the trauma and the suffering and the fear and the disgustingness of the behavior, for that grief period to be felt, and to honor all of our brothers and sisters, all of the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, and plants, in the best way we can by saying, I hear you, and I stand with you, and I understand you have great pain to process, and I am an ear, and I offer my eyes, and I volunteer to be a witness if I see anyone of any person of color or any situation where any of my brethren, if a homeless person, if a trans person, if I feel like someone is being harassed, I give my eyes and I give my ears, and I stand in solidarity with you that we will evolve, and I will stand and be your wings. If you need wings, I will do my best to fly you out of situations that are unsafe for you. I will be your brethren in your liberation. I will stand with you. So much gratitude for Juneteenth. Much gratitude for the ability for Lincoln. Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you, President Lincoln. Much gratitude for the ability for humans to choose again and to evolve and to have reverence and compassion for their brethren. on this Juneteenth. I just want to say that Black lives matter. They have always mattered. They deserve not only civil rights, also equal rights. And may all beings that find a dark shadow, hour, or moment find a brilliant light from my mind and heart to the corners of the globe that you exist in. And may someone come and reach a hand and guide you back to a place of safety and a sense of home. And may you know love and peace and freedom, sweet freedom. May all beings have equality. Blessed be to all you beautiful, brave souls out there that are in a very strong grieving period. If any of you need an ear, I am on the medicine person pathway. It's something you're constantly learning, I feel like. I offer you my ear, brothers, just freely, whatever you need. If you need to talk and you're grieving and is hurting you, I'm honored to be a generous listening ear that listens to you. Much love to you and your tribes, to your RNA, to your DNA. May it be healed, and may we awaken, unified, as we've always been. Amen.